So today we are going to be looking at what really works to achieve success. And our focus today is on identity. So at the end of this video today, you'll be able to focus on real problems that you were made to solve. Discard negative thoughts and be able to focus on positive thoughts that will serve you. Discard the thoughts that will not serve you. Focus on the thoughts that will serve you, and learn how to use your identity in a positive way. Three things: your identity, how to use it in a positive way. 2, your thoughts, how to discard thoughts that are not serving you and to take on thoughts that are helping you. And number 3, how to solve the real problems that you were created to solve to ensure success for you. So today, what really works for achieving success is about identity, your thoughts, and the problems you are made to solve. So it's a complex interplay between those 3 things: your identity, your thoughts, and the problems that you were made to solve. You need your identity to be rooted in, I believe, who God says you are. 2, you need your thoughts to be focused and aligned with thoughts that will serve you well. There are some thought patterns that will not serve you well. And then you also need to identify the real world problems that you are made to solve. That is where success is rooted in. What problems am I here to solve? What problems can I solve in the marketplace that will make people to want to pay me? What problems can I solve that will make me successful in everything I lay my hands upon? I believe this is the whole essence of man. Recognizing your identity in a positive way, focusing your thoughts positively, and solving real world problems. So this is Adapt and Advance number 19, and I'm excited always whenever I mention those numbers, because that means we've been doing this for 19 straight weeks, beginning from the first week of December 2024, and I'm always excited every time I talk about this. This video started because I wanted to create awareness about my book Adapt and Advance that will be released hopefully in May 2025. We're almost there, very close. And so that's where this series started from. Most of the series, the initial series on Adapt and Advance, were taken straight from the book. Some of the newer ones, not exactly, but it's the same principle of map lamp. And so that's why I'm using the map lamp to use MAPLAMP one by one to look at the principle of what really works for you to achieve success today. And we are also talking mainly about you solving real problems. How can you solve real problems? If, for example, you are into business, one way is you have to test real ideas in the market to see what people want. That's one way. But I believe that our life, every one of us, one way or the other, we are meant here to be successful, and we are meant here to solve a problem. Whether you are in business or you are working for someone, or you are working for yourself, wherever you are, we are all solving problems one way or the other in the marketplace. I'm a doctor, for example. I solve problems in the market like a psychiatrist. I help them with mental health issues. What's your job? What problems are you solving? But there are many other ways I solve problems that are not even related. Like this video is solving it reliably for some people. Giving people content that will help them to be inspired to be the best version of themselves. So you need to understand that aspect of your life, that you need to solve real problems and take actions to solve real problems. One personal testimony I would like to share is, I have this negative thought pattern that have lived with me for a very long time because of the loss of both parents. I remember the first word sentence that came from my mouth after I was told that my dad had died. My mom died previously, then dad died when I was 13. Was, why will the 2 of them give birth to us, referring to me and my younger ones, if they knew they would not stay to take care of us? Which it's kind of like a thought pattern of personalizing things and taking things kind of out of context, because I believe they didn't really sit down to plan. Like, we give birth to children and then we die. You go when you are 32, I go when you're 40. That wasn't the plan. So it wasn't like they really planned it in quotes. But that was the way I personalized it. And since then, one hero I think I have showed up so many times in my life is I easily personalize things. And but I've recognized it, and I know this is a negative thought pattern that is not serving me well, and I make every effort at every stage of my life to move forward and not over personalize things. Like when I failed my USMLE exam in 2018, the first thing was like, oh, I'm no good, I'll never pass this exam. It's personalizing things or taking things a little bit out of context, and I'm like, I will never do it again. But I was able to quickly catch myself from it, did it again the next year and passed it. So at times those thoughts come to our hearts to discourage us, to make it impossible for us to move forward. But at that time, if you have a negative thought pattern, you have to realize that it's not serving you. You have to look for how to turn it positive and how to manage it whenever those thoughts show up, to make sure that you don't let those thoughts hold you down from going forward. It has showed up so many times in my life, many things where I over personalize things, but I've learned not to let that hold me down. So P is planning, and for planning, what I'm going to just talk about today is in order for you to solve a real world problem, you need to have a plan. You have to test things out if you have really not recognized things. For example, you're a businessman, you're into something, you have to test things. Like these videos, there's so many things we've tested and we have refined over the past 6 months, 5 to 6 months now. Also for my book, we've tested a lot of things in between, and of course we run a lot of things by experts. So you've got to test to see what the marketplace really needs if you're a businessman. But like I said, we are all a businessman of our life, in charge of our lives. So we've got to also test things that what do people want, what do people around me want, what do I do that solves a problem in the life of my family, my spouse, my friends, my colleagues. What do I say that is encouraging to people, and how can I monetize it? Or even if you're not monetizing it, how can I do more of it to be more of a blessing to people? Money will come if people are blessed by what you do, whether it's your job or even if it's not your job and you're just doing it to be a blessing to others. One way or the other, you'll be blessed either directly or indirectly. So have a plan of how you will use your gifts, your talents to be a blessing to people around you every single day. No matter, don't let a day go without you specifically being a blessing to somebody. So have it written as a plan and specifically pursue it. To illustrate learning, HEL, map lamp, MAPL. HEL is learning, and I always like talking about a specific book every time I make a video. I've used this book before. I cannot talk so well today. I've used this book before, but I'm also using it again today. It's a very great book. Start from zero. I learned a lot. It's specifically written for people in business or entrepreneurs, but like I said, we are all entrepreneurs of our life, even if you are not into business. One of the key things I learned from this book is investing 2 hours every single day into a business. Is all that is needed for you to succeed in any business. So you could actually be doing something else, but if you really have a passion to do something, for example, you believe you are called to do something, maybe whatever it is, or you believe there's a business you want to own, there's this idea you've always wanted to do something about which you've not done anything about. I learned from this book that just investing 2 hours every day, which is what I'm doing right now for these videos for my book. It's just about 2 hours every single day, and the book is about to be out in a few weeks. It's just about 2 hours every day, and these videos are being made regularly. So there's something you can learn from this book. So I encourage you to read it, even if you're not an entrepreneur. If you have business ideas that you want to test, I encourage you to read it, and it's going to give you ideas. That's just one big thing I take away from me. There might be other things that will be takeaways for you that will be very helpful. So you really don't have to completely stop your current job. You want to start something if you really believe you are called to do it. Alliance formation is the second A, and this is very important. We can do life alone, and I will encourage you to always make sure that as you keep making progress to your thoughts, for example, if you want your negative thought to become positive, you need to form alliance with people that have been able to work on their thoughts. One way I do this, like I just showed you a book, is by learning from successful people. If I see somebody who is doing something that I really want to do, or somebody who's published a book that I succeeding that I really want to succeed, I go and learn from them. So you learn from mentors. Like I joined this self-publishing school mentorship program for an entire year, and I have access to so much of coaching. I can join That's like they have like maybe 30 or so, coaching classes every single week that I just pick the one that is relevant for me. Maybe 1 or 2 of them every week or 3, and just go for just 1 hour deep dive to learn from somebody. So you can learn somewhere. Because that's one of I've formed alliance with that school. Of course, I paid them for it. So there's no amount too much for you to pay to invest into your life. So for alliance today, I would say, if you need to go for a training, find a training that is affordable for you in that area of need. I joined self-publishing because I wanted to self-publish my book. I wanted to learn how to publish my book. I wanted to have access to good at succeeding in that area, and that has been very helpful for me. So whatever it is for you, form alliance with people that are succeeding in that area of life. Mission statements, MAPLAM, MAPLAM. Mission statements solve real problems. Let your mission statement reflect solving real problems for people. For me, my mission statement is to be the best version of myself. Okay, I started with to fulfill God's purpose because I'm a Christian, and to be the best version of myself by moving from one level of success and value to a greater level of success and value part time or daily, and to contribute positively to the life of everyone on my path. So you could have that. So the last clause in my mission statement is to contribute positively to the life of people. That is solving real world problems of people. I solve problems for my family members. I solve problems for my colleagues. I solve problems for my patients. I solve problems for everybody I meet. I solve problems for the few group that I have the opportunity to lead in church. Wherever you have, make sure you are solving problem for somebody and let it reflect in your mission statement. So that's for identity. For thoughts, in Philippians 4:8, Bible was talking about whatever is noble, whatever is good, think on these things. So when you have negative thoughts, understand this is not from God. God has told us what we have to think about. So meditate on this. That's why every morning when I meditate in my MAPLAM things, I also make sure I focus my heart. I don't leave my heart just completely empty. I focus on what God says about me, one Bible verse every single day. So I will encourage you to also do that. Let your thoughts be rooted in what God says about you. And if it's not good, discard it. It's not God. If it's not good, it's not God. So final words for today. Identity, thoughts, solve real world problems. Remember those 3 things. Identity, thoughts, solve real world problems. So you let your identity be rooted in what God says, not in negative thoughts. Let negative thoughts be discarded. Focus on what God says about you. And finally, solve real world problems. Whether you are in business or you are solving problems for the fulfillment of the purpose of God for your life. Solve real world problems and we let it reflect in your mission statement. So remember to like this video, share with a friend that will benefit from it, and make sure that everything goes well for you every single day of your life. My book, Adapt and Advance, will be released hopefully in the month of May. And as soon as it's released, I'm going to let you have the link to where you can get the paperback from, and then we'll keep rolling from there. Thank you so much for your support. I am deeply, deeply, deeply grateful. Have a wonderful time. Bye.